Yesterday I was in Chennai and I was talking on safe and secure cities. And after I finished my session, so there was a question and answer round, and I got two very interesting questions being asked to me. One question was that why do I need a security system in my house? I have a nice looking lock and it's well protected. So I told the gentleman, your whole home security is equal to less than 200 rupees. So he said, why do you say that? I said, if you lose your key, where do you go to get a duplicate key? He said, to a locksmith. I said, how much will he charge you? He said, around 100, 200 rupees. I said, that's it. That's the security of your house. And there was another gentleman there, and he was from the Air Force. And he said, the cost of a security system is so expensive that I'm finding it difficult to justify the cost. It's very expensive. So I told him, now let me give you an example of cost versus expense and safety. And the example I gave him was that just imagine that you were traveling in an aircraft and you are 40,000 feet above the ground. And you just finished your breakfast and the captain suddenly says, I'm so sorry to tell you that all my 4 engines have stopped functioning and I'm not very sure what's going to happen now. So please pray to God. And at that time, there's complete panic. Everybody's thinking about their money, their family, their house, their business, and so on and so forth. And suddenly, from nowhere, a salesperson stands up. And he says, I'm a parachute sales guy. I have 2 kinds of parachute. One, which is 5,000 rupees, and one which is 10,000 rupees. The difference between the 5,000 rupees and 10,000 rupees is that if you take the 5,000 rupees one, I'm not very sure whether you'll reach home and have a dinner with your wife today, but if you buy the 10,000 rupees, I promise you'll go home safely. So that was the justification on price versus security. So if Zicom was to tell a retailer that if cost is the biggest issue that you're facing, and if you're installing a security or a safety system, if cost is the issue for you, if we offer you a safety and security system that puts back money into your pocket instead of removing money from your pocket, how would you like it? And that's exactly our business model going forward. I'll tell you a couple of small things that we do that basically, now, the first one, a lot of shops across retail have CCTV systems installed in it. And invariably, whenever there is a theft, burglary, robbery, most of the time the CCTV systems don't work. The stories that I did was switched off or the recording was not taking place, and a lot of stories are there around it. So what we do differently is we connect those CCTV systems to our command control center, and we constantly monitor the health of the CCTV system from our command control center. So we are ensuring that the camera is working, the recording is working, there is no power being switched off, and there is no tampering of the video by anybody in the office. So we become the doctors of the CCTV system, and we ensure that the CCTV system is always working. So this is in short what we do: monitor the health. If there's any video loss, tampering, that's what we do in the CCTV system. Next, we have a very interesting customer in retail, and the customer said that, you know something, I don't know what time my people come into office. I don't know what time my people go. So we asked him, do you have an attendance system? He said, yes, we have an attendance system. I said, then what's the problem? He said, no, but the attendance system is so localized that my manager can easily mark a person present. So we said, no problem, we can solve this. So what we do is, across that customer has 160 stores. So we went and installed biometric readers across the 160 stores. All the fingerprints that get captured in and out based on attendance, that information is stored on a cloud in our office, not at the customer's premises, in our office. And sitting in our office, we collect data from all over the country. The customer, sitting wherever he is, in his car, in his office, or in his desk, can get a username, password, log in, and check the attendance of all his employees. He can simply integrate that software with his ERP package and generate the payroll. We just charge 1 rupee a day per employee. It's that economical. By doing this, he has now ensured that all his employees report on time and leave on time. That's a saving for him. The next one, this is very typical. When we go to a retail store, we observe that there is a watchman standing outside, and he's counting the customer footfalls. He's got a crude-looking instrument in his hand. Tick, 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 he does, and he counts it. So this is, we are no longer in the cave age, we're in the cloud age. So we told our customers, and one of our good customers is BlackBerry, the people who sell the clothing. So they are using our system. So what we do is we connect all the BlackBerry stores across the country. We have a 3D reader at the entrance. And every time a customer walks in, it counts. It counts, and then that data which it's count is not localized again. Using the power of the net, using the power of the cloud, that data comes to our command control center. The server stores it. The customer can sit in his office in Gurgaon and find out across every store what has been the footfall. What has been the footfall on the weekend, weekday, if there is a sale, what has been the performance of that sale. And the clever thing the customer has done is that he has put a benchmark. If 100 customers walk in, I need 20% conversion. So that is how he gets his ROI. Also, the same system at night gets converted into an alarm system. So if the intruder comes in at night, or somebody breaks into the store, video feeds come live into our command control center, and we can do video verification. If it's a false alarm or a genuine alarm. And if it's a real alarm, we do the response management. We call the police, we call the security guards, and so on and so forth. We just charge the customer 100 rupees a day per store for monitoring this. So he gets great information. It converts, that 100 rupees is converted into an ROI tool for him, and he sees a lot of value in it. The next one is a typical alarm system. Most of our stores, some of them are in remote areas, some are in shopping malls. We had a customer called Charag Din in Bombay. So at night, 12 o'clock, somebody opens his door and walks in. We get an alert in our office. So we call up the customer and tell him, sir, there is somebody in your store right now. He said, let me check. He calls his store and finds out that his own manager has come at night at 12 o'clock. So he asked his manager, why are you at this time? He said, sir, I forgot to keep the cash. It was left outside, so I came to pick it up. So here, we are constantly monitoring who walks into the store at any given time when you close it down till the time you open it up. That's one. The second ROI tool is that how do you know when you have so many stores across the country, what time does it open and what time does it close? It's very difficult to monitor that. Using our alarm systems, we know what time your store opens and what time your store closes, and that MIS is shared with you on a daily basis, a weekly basis, a monthly basis. Again, an ROI tool so that you can control the timing of the store and who walks inside it. The last one that I want to present to you is fire. Fire in this country is only installed because it's mandatory. And the first approach towards fire is to install the cheapest system out there. And we believe that even that investment that you do is a complete waste, because when there's a fire, it doesn't work. So why even spend money on it? But you spend money because you don't get the permission. What we do is we connect those fire alarm systems, the safety system, to our command control center, and we are constantly monitoring for two things. One, for the health, to check whether the system is working, the battery is working, the detector is working, so on and so forth. And when you are not there, if there is a fire, we get the information in our command control center. We check who's the customer, what is his security number, what are his safety numbers, or we call the fire brigade. We provide, again, response management services. We just charge 500 rupees a month for doing that. Having said that, these are the customers that who have gone for our systems. These are typically the BFSI sector. But in the retail, we have these customers. There are many, many more. This is just a representation of this. So this is, in short, these services. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, 10, 15 years back, the internet was not a very powerful tool. What we are doing in Zicom today is we are trying to monetize the internet to make money. We are connecting devices using the power of cloud, using the power of internet, and using the power of mobility, using your mobile phones. We are offering you services which doesn't cost you an arm and a leg. The people counting is costing only 100 rupees a day. The attendance is just costing 1 rupee per person per day. The fire service is 500 rupees. The alarm service is 500 rupees. All this at a very, very nominal cost. Just in case you ever want the systems where you get ROI, do contact us. And the best part of our system is you don't buy it. You don't own it. You don't manage it. It's all done by us. So as far as you are concerned, there is zero capital investment for you. There is nothing that you need to invest. We take over your security. After that, we manage it. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much.